recently has been in Canada. Last year did a coast-to-coast trip from British Columbia all the way to Newfoundland. Missed out a lot of bits in the middle, mind you. Newfoundland's a great place for a singer. There's no fiddlers there, they're all in Cape Breton. They're all imported. But there's a good few melodeon players and accordion players. There's a street there with 10 bars. It's a bit like Rose Street for drinking in Glasgow. Musicians are invited to do a song in each of the 10 bars. I made some. You've got a drink as well. And when I just arrived at the airport, the guy that picked me up was telling me I had to meet this guy called Frankie Marr. And he played a radio interview that Frankie had done a couple of weeks earlier. Because Frankie's in the late 80s and he's still sessioning and jamming. And the interviewer asked him, Frankie, what do you want people to say about you when you've gone? And Frankie said, what do you mean when I've gone? He says, when you've passed on. He said, do you mean when I'm lying in my coffin there at my wake and all my friends are gathered around? Yes. She said, what do you want people to say about me? He says, I want them to say, my God, he's still breathing. So we were barely breathing by the time I left the 7th bar. And lots of Scots, and Highlanders especially, went to the Maritimes. This is the story of one from the Assynt Peninsula up in the north of Scotland. One called Mackenzie. He went to Newfoundland under strange circumstances. Like all good traditional songs, it starts off with people dying off like flies. He was called Mackenzie. Well, have you understand that I am an Assynt crofter bound out for Newfoundland? I lost my darling Catherine, she died in giving birth, and to raise 3 sons without her was the hardest thing on earth. They've grown and gone to Glasgow to brave the factories round. Their work is hard and crueler than a deer yoked to the plough. Now I'll labour 7 years just to pay my tax and fees, when a letter came from Canada that brought the saddest news. My brother drowned off St. John in the spring of '63, and his widow wrote to say that she'd be well disposed to me. And she sent along a likeness from a Cowtime salon, in her fancy frock and parasol with a Sunday bonnet on. Now there's nothing here to keep me back south the land, and the fishing's mean and lonesome when you're sailing single hand. So I set off Liverpool to work my passage o'er on a leaky trolley kipper called the Queen of Baltimore. And I had no boots or oilskins to keep me dry and warm, just a lofty boots and plain to keep me from the storm. I arrived in Boston, a weak and a weary man, and jumped a Grand Bank scooter on North Newfoundland. You listened to my story as we sat around the stove, and they wondered at the journey I'd made for sake of love. And they fed me beef and soft cod, sourdough and canned tea, and I was hale and hearty when I reached the St. John's Quay. And they showed me to a cabin that stood above the bay, and they laughed and joked together as they went on their way. And the knock was answered swiftly by a woman of fine grace, when I asked for widow Janet, a grin broke o'er her face. Now if you be called Mackenzie, the handsome woman smiled, it is my younger sister that has been so beguiled. She led me to the parlour, where there, to my surprise, sat my elder brother Angus, full fledged before my eyes. lassie in the likeness was standing by the door, and we all embraced each other, happy as before. And he pointed to a lugger that was sailing on the bay, crewed by 3 sons of asses, I thought of